When I left social media, I had people asking me, "Oh my God, what happened? Where did you go? Like, you fell off the face of the universe, you fell off the face of the earth." And the truth is, I didn't fall off the face of the earth. I actually came back to earth. I left social media about a year ago, and I was slowly starting to detach from those platforms beginning of 2024. But I really deactivated my Instagram around 2025, beginning of 2025. And then mid 2025, I had a really big life change, and that's when I decided to delete it for real. Not only did I delete Instagram, but I also deleted Twitter, Snapchat. I deleted my personal TikTok. And I honestly have not been upset about that. It was not hard. And yeah, I think everybody should be getting off of social media, especially if you are not using it for an actual purpose, like a business or content creation or building a brand. I think it's a really huge waste of time. And I noticed that a lot more people are talking about this, and I wanted to talk about it and give you guys my experience on leaving social media and how that has affected my life. So, social media has been a big part of my life. I was probably like 9 or 10 when I got on Facebook. I remember telling my cousins, and they were like, "Oh, you have Facebook?" And I was like, "Yeah, like that's totally normal." I remember having MySpace before that. I was super young. I was in elementary school when I had a freaking MySpace, which is insane. I think I was in elementary or early middle school. But I have been social media has been a really big part of my life. And I decided to leave. I thought I would log into Instagram and I'd get dumb tight. I'd just get dumb tight. I'll get super annoyed by the people there. It's like you're like walking into a bar and you're seeing the same fucking people every fucking day. Like when you go there on social media, at least the one I was using a lot, which was Instagram, you see the same people posting the same thing every day. And it's stuff that is just not even useful, it's dumbass shit. Like, why am I looking at your fries? Why am I looking at the drink you bought at a bar? It's just so pointless, and I just started to get really annoyed. And I don't know, it started to just trigger me. Of course, there's people on the platform that you like, but there's probably a lot of people on there from your past life or your past self that you probably don't want to freaking see every single fucking day. And that's like what I felt like. I'm like, why am I still like seeing these people? I haven't seen them in person in years. And that's the thing that started to trigger my dislike of social media. I also started noticing a bunch of AI content on there, which started to really piss me off. And I also started to notice people just really being nasty and just being very argumentative with each other. And it just wasn't my vibe. I remember going on TikTok, and it was like a bunch of young kids arguing about politics. And that's great and everything that you want to get into politics and that is something that you're passionate about, and we don't want to shut down your voice, but you're fucking 12 or you're like 14 and you're on this app and all you're doing is yelling and getting upset. And I just started to get triggered by that, and I was just getting really upset and annoyed. Honestly, I just really just it was just such a waste of time. And that's another big one. The extreme waste of fucking time that social media is. Holy fucking oh my god. Social media is such a freaking time waster, and it sucks up all your freaking energy. There's literally no point. Some people, we're going on the app repeatedly throughout the day. I don't know that I haven't done the math, but let's just say you spend 1 hour a day on social media every day for 5 years. I'm pretty sure that adds up to like months. And a lot of people spend way longer on social media than an hour. So I can only imagine the amount of time that was being wasted. And as I was getting older, I was just like, I want to use my time more efficiently. I want to actually use my time and do things that I really love, fill my day with hobbies. And even if I'm not filling my days with hobbies, I would rather stare at paint dry, like literally, than be on social media. I'd rather watch paint dry. That would be more fun and more fulfilling. than being on social media or just staring into space. At least I'm giving my brain a little bit of a break. Another reason is detox. That's something a lot of people also bring up when they talk about leaving social media. And I definitely felt like my attention was getting shorter. I felt like I couldn't focus on tasks that actually mattered. I couldn't read. I had to reread a page 500 times for me to actually retain and understand what the fuck was that, what I was reading. And that was bothering me. I didn't like that. I was just like, I don't like feeling like my attention and my brain is being controlled. And I don't know. I feel like I was like hijacked against my own will. And I just didn't want to, I was not happy with that. And the last one is the illusion of friendship. And this is a big one, honestly. I think it's pretty much the same thing as dating apps, which is the illusion of options. With social media, it's definitely the illusion of friendships. You have, let's say, 500 followers or friends or 1,000 friends, and none of them are actually your friends. They're just the people that are there, and most of them don't even like your content. They don't even engage with any of your posts. They don't even care. If you were to freaking have some serious thing happen to you, none of them would be hitting you up and asking about your what's going on and actually giving a shit about your situation. So I thought that was like a big thing as well. So what actually changed after I left social media? So I'm not gonna lie, the first few, before I actually made the decision, I was kind of contemplating. This is how you know that this shit is like a drug, because I was kind of like, oh my God, I'm gonna be missing out. It's like this weird FOMO feeling, like I'm gonna be missing out. And that's not the case at all. Because if the whole world was ending, you would know. Like if there's a global pandemic, you would know. You don't need social media to tell you that some crazy shit is happening. So, yeah, I definitely felt like at first I was like missing out on something, but literally maybe a month in, I started to realize that I'm not missing out on anything, and it was just literally my brain being hijacked by social media, and it's an addict, like an addiction. I kind of see it as the same as an addiction, like similar to like maybe whatever dopamine addiction you have. It's very similar to that, where you think that you're missing out on something, and then when you don't have it for a couple of weeks, you realize I'm actually not missing anything and I'm pretty fine without it. Another thing, of course, my attention is way better. I mean, I've spent my time doing things that I actually enjoy and that are fulfilling, and even if they're not something like I'm doing something, at least it's like I'm just taking a break I'm just giving my brain a break, which I really enjoy. Honestly, I don't have to spend hours scrolling and just being on apps that don't benefit me whatsoever. Another thing, my relationships, and this is actually the biggest one. I'm not gonna lie, when I first left social media, I did kind of have a feeling that I was a little like missing out on friendships, and like I was kind of distant. Like again, people kept asking me like where I went if they saw me in person. They'd be like, "Oh my God, where did you go? Why did you delete your social media?" Like legit, like asking like concern. Whoa, why did you delete it? What? And after I've been off social media for 1 year, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel like I have the most friends I've ever had. All of my relationships have blossomed. I feel when I meet them in person, I don't know what they're going through. I haven't actually been updated 24/7 about their life. So when we're meeting up, I'm like, "Oh, so what's going on?" And they ask me vice versa, and we're actually having a discussion and actually learning about our our experiences, and it gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to catch up, and it just feels way more natural and real, rather than like them telling me like, "Oh yeah, I went to this concert," and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I know, I saw." And yeah, I think it just gives you this sense of me and my friend, my best friend, we talk on the phone every single day. And if we don't talk on the phone every single day, it's pretty uncommon. We definitely will text each other and keep each other posted. And yeah, I feel like the nurturing of my relationships have definitely changed, and it's just more meaningful. And honestly, you really realize who's actually there for you, who's actually your friend, when you're off social media, because now you actually have to go an extra step and actually contact them, message them, or call them and set up a hangout if you actually want to hang out. And I really love that. I think that that's awesome. And I really feel like I've had so many meaningful relationships. I have just joined communities. I already was, when I was detaching from social media back in 2024. So when I was detaching from social media in 2024, was acting at the Barrow Group, which is the most wonderful community in acting. I'm sorry if it's loud. And I feel like I've had such great, flourishing, amazing community and connection with people. And it's really just shifted my mind of how important community is, especially with people that actually really care about the same things that you care about, and not just because you met on at work or something like that, or you went to school together, or you met at a bar and you just like, oh, what's your Instagram? It's just, I think that's another thing. It's like social media has become a collection of people you've met, and not everyone you meet in life is actually a meaningful connection. Well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I realized I was getting older too, and one day I do want to have kids, and I was thinking I don't want to be on social media when I have kids. I'd rather spend time with my kids and my family and my husband. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to make that video, this short video, just to kind of explain my experience, because I see that this is a rising topic online, people deleting their social media. And I think that you should also delete your social media if that's something that you're thinking about. At the very least, get these apps that help you lock those apps, even if it's for certain days, certain times. And yeah, guys, I thank you for watching this video. If you have watched it and if you got to the end, you're the best. I will see you in my next video. Bye.